Hello and welcome to another GCSE revision video, and in this video we're going to be looking at vector subtraction. To subtract vectors, just join the tails. The vector that then joins the two heads is the difference between the two vectors. Now of course it matters which way round you join the two heads. Now the way I look at it, if we start from the top of vector B and we head to A, if we pretend that this is a road and that road is blocked, how are we going to get from B to A? Well, we have to come the wrong way down B. If we pretend that that's a one-way street, we have to go the wrong way down the one-way street, and then we go the right way along A. So A is positive and B is negative, so we're going negative B plus A, which is the same as A minus B. Now if we go the other way round, if we start from the end of vector A and we go to vector B, then we're starting from the tail here, so this way is blocked, so we're going the wrong way down A, so this is negative A plus B. So this is the same as B minus A. And just like with addition, to subtract vectors in their component form, just subtract the components. However, unlike addition, subtraction of vectors is not associative and it is not commutative. In this respect, they're exactly the same as scalar subtraction. When you subtract two scalar numbers, they're not associative and they're not commutative. It really does matter which way round you subtract them, and that's exactly the same with vector subtraction. In fact, if we subtract the vectors A and B, you will notice that A minus B has the same magnitude as B minus A, but the signs are opposite. That translates into the arrow form that the arrow is exactly the same length but the opposite way round. The head of the arrow is where the tail is and the tail is where the head is. Okay, well, so much for the theory. Let's have a go at putting that into practice. Can you draw the vectors that represent A minus B and B minus A, and then express A minus B and B minus A in their component form? Okay, good luck with that. Take your time, pause the video. When you're ready for the answer, just press play. Okay, well, how did you get on with that? Okay, so to do A minus B, all we do is join the two vectors up at the tails, and then for A minus B, we're starting at the tip of vector B and drawing an arrow to the tip of vector A. And for B minus A, it's the same thing. The two vectors are joined at the tails, and this time we're drawing the vector from the tip of vector A going to vector B, or to the tip of vector B. And in component form, 8 minus 3 is 5, and 6 minus 10 is negative 4, so A minus B is 5 and negative 4. Now B minus A, 3 minus 8 is negative 5, and 10 minus 6 is 4. And as you'll notice, they've both got the same 5 and 4s, it's just the signs are the opposite way around. Okay, so how did you get on with that last question? Right, can you draw the vectors that represent A minus B and B minus A, and then express A minus B and B minus A in component form? Take your time, pause the video. When you're ready for the answer, just press play. Okay, so how did you get on with that last question? Alright, so A minus B, we draw the vectors A and B and join their tails, and then we're drawing the arrow from the head of vector B to the head of vector A. And for B minus A, again we're joining the tails, and this time we're drawing from the head of vector A to the head of vector B. And in component form, A minus B, well, the x component is going to be 7 minus 2, which is 5, and the y component is negative 4 minus 4, which is negative 8. And for B minus A, well, the x component, that is to say the top number, is 2 minus 7, which is negative 5, and the y component, the bottom number, is 4 minus negative 4, and subtracting a negative is the same as adding, so that's going to be positive 8. Again, as you can see, the magnitude of the two vectors is the same, but the direction is opposite. So the numbers are the same, but the sign is opposite. Okay, how did you get on with that last question? Right, can you draw the vectors that represent A minus B and B minus A, then express A minus B and B minus A in component form? Okay, take your time. Pause the video. When you're ready for the answer, just press play. Okay, how did you get on with that question? Right, so again, we're joining the tails of the vectors, and then for A minus B, we're starting from the tip of vector B, and the arrow is pointing to the tip of vector A. And for B minus A, again we're joining the tails, and then the arrow is pointing from the tip of vector A to the tip of vector B. And in component form, A minus B is going to be 10 minus negative 3, which is 13, and 3 minus 4, which is negative 1. And B minus A is negative 3 minus 10, which is negative 13, and 4 minus 3, which is 1. Again, you'll note that the numbers are the same, only the signs are different. Okay, how did you get on with those questions? If you're taking your GCSEs this year, I'd like to wish you all the best with your revision and all the best with your exams. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll look forward to seeing you in another video.